Welcome to Out of the Box with Christine, the podcast for conscious entrepreneurs. Are you willing to step into your greatness? Are you ready to shine? Well, get ready, Truth Seeker. You're in for an amazing ride. And now, here's the host of the show, Christine Blosdale.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Out of the Box with Christine. I'm your host, Christine Blosdale, your very own personal confidence and courage coach and podcast trainer. And I am so excited about today. I've been looking forward to this because I am new to the TikToks. You might be new to the TikToks, or you might be a seasoned veteran of the TikToks. But my dear friend and guest today is Melissa Hughes, who is a content creator and social media consultant and brilliant TikToker, if that's an official word. And she's going to tell us how we can use TikTok to not only promote our podcasts, our coaching, our consulting, our business, our products, all of that, but also to entertain the audience and to get them coming back and wanting more and more of us. So welcome to Out of the Box, Melissa.
Thank you, Christine. I'm so excited to be here. This is awesome. I can't wait to have this conversation.
Me too. I love it. I love it because, you know, the podcast, my podcast is for conscious entrepreneurs. And let's face it, a lot of people that are in the world of conscious commerce, so maybe healers, coaches, life coaches, especially anyone who's even in this like spirituality realm, they're wonderful and they're talented and they can help a lot of people. But the one thing they have an issue with is marketing and getting the word out about who they are and what they do out into the world. And so I'm really excited about having you on because I know that you have just like skyrocketed in your success on TikTok. And I'd love to have the story behind that. So how did you get started on TikTok? And what's been going on in your world lately?
I literally love this story because it's so miraculous. But I ended up losing my job during COVID. And I had been a full-time mom, had gotten a job, and then obviously the shutdown happened and I lost it. And it was really the first time in my life that I had no idea like what I was going to do. Like my path had obviously completely changed and I was trying to figure out how to pivot. And so I was like applying for jobs and just nothing was seeming to open up. And then this went on for several months. And I ended up taking a job at my kids' daycare, which was not what I wanted to do. Grateful for a job, to be honest, during that time. But I just needed to work, but I wanted to find something that like I actually enjoyed. People want to have a job that they like. And so as I was wiping butts and wiping tears, Christine, I was really, really just like really thinking like, what am I good at? What do I want to do? And I started getting like this, like just ideas and thoughts about posting videos on social media. And I'm definitely a spiritual person. Like I totally believe in God. And I was just praying during that time. And I felt like God was like, yeah, post on social media, post videos. And so I was like, I really don't know what to post, like blah, blah, blah. So I talked to my husband about it. And I was just like, I feel like I'm supposed to do this. So I uploaded a video on an app that I'd kind of heard of called TikTok one day, just like messing around on the app. And the next morning I woke up and that video had generated 22 million views. And yes. And I honestly thought that the app had glitched or it was broken. I like had some friends that were on TikTok messaging me being like, what happened? Like, this is crazy. And I was like, is this real? And from that video, then I had all these media companies messaging me, like bombarding me. And it was just a video of my kids sledding. And it was funny. It was a funny video, but I didn't think it was that funny. Apparently everybody else did. And so I was like, wow, like I am just shocked at like, it was just an incredible experience, extremely stressful, but very exciting. And a couple days after that, I had the Kelly Clarkson show reach out to me, and they were like, hey, we want to have you on the show. We loved your mom fail TikTok, and we're doing an episode about it. Like, would you be on the show? So I was like, okay. So I got on the Kelly Clarkson show. This was all like in a matter of like 2 weeks, right? Yeah. And so after like I was on the show and stuff, I like decided I better try to figure out TikTok and how to like utilize this platform. I had no idea anything about it or how to post or anything. And so what I did, Christine, is I worked a full-time job, and on my lunch breaks, because this was all I had, was I recorded TikToks about motherhood in my car on my lunch break.
Love it.
So, and literally just grew my account from that, like over this last year, doing that. And I grew my account. I'm at like about over 200,000 followers now, and got a book deal from it.
What?
A children's book company reached out to me. They did a children's book off of one of my TikToks. Yes. And I guess you could say like I'm a TikTok influencer. And now, obviously I've monetized what I do by helping businesses or podcasts or just anybody trying to get their message out, get their voice heard, how to utilize TikTok to do that.
My mouth is like wide open. I'm like,
yeah.
but you see, wow, what I loved is that so there was a curveball thrown in your life, right? The unexpected happened, as with so many of us. And instead of like, and you would have had every right to, instead of like going into a ball in the corner and going, oh my gosh, and getting stressed about it, you also you said, okay, what is it that I'm supposed to do? Show me what it is that I'm supposed to do. And then when you had that opportunity, you didn't have any preconceived notions. You didn't say, if this doesn't work, then I'm going to stop and I'm going to be a failure. You just put it out there.
Yeah.
Right. And then the rest is, as they say, history, so to speak. But, and so now your gift, the thing that you're really good at, you get to teach other people. And this is key, I think, in a successful business. Coaching, consulting, teaching is when you have the ability to teach others how to not replicate and do the same thing that because everybody's different, but sort of those tips and tricks that the average person doesn't know about. So, okay. So let's say I'm coming to you and I'm like, Melissa, I love your TikTok channel. And is that what we call it? Channels?
I guess it's so new. I don't even think people really know, but yeah, we'll go TikTok channel.
Okay. TikTok channel. And I have I have a few things. I have a podcast. I have a coaching business. How do because I've started doing a couple TikToks. I'm brand new at it and I am not great at it. Okay. I'm still getting like 200, 300, plays or whatever they're called, TikToks, the things.
Yeah.
But what are some tips that you can give me, and of course our audience? What are some tips that you can give for the beginner on things that they want to do and things that they don't want to do?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, with TikTok, there's two ways that you can grow, and it's really important that you identify what stream you want to go down. And it's obviously geared towards kind of who you are as a person. So the first way to grow your account is either you entertain, or the second way is you educate. And depending on which route you go down, and what's even better, Christine, is if you can do both. If you can educate while being entertaining.
No, edutain.
Edutain. Yeah, that's the third option. You edutain. But yeah, so kind of how TikTok took off was people were being very entertaining. So it has this reputation of like people went on there and did these dances and they were funny. And that's like what the app is known for. But what people don't realize is that like there's a huge potential to educate. So for coaches, podcasters, people with a business, like this is the platform that you need to get on to utilize and market your message because of this early adopters advantage, which is kind of like what Instagram was like 15 years, 10 years ago, 12 years ago. People that got on Instagram early, they were kind of tired of Facebook, grew their account quite quickly because of that organic reach, which is where TikTok is at right now. So it's an emergency. Get on TikTok before it's gone. Not TikTok's gone, the organic reach is gone. So once you identify which you are, like if you're really good at entertaining or you're a coach and you're really good at educating and you're there to teach people something, then you start creating content that aligns with that. And I just think there's a lot of value in knowing kind of your purpose on the app because, you know, you got to know who you are before you just go on there and just start randomly posting stuff.
That's what I'm doing. I'm randomly posting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So educate, entertain, or edutain.
Edutain. Yes.
Right. Those are the three things to focus in. Okay. Go ahead. I interrupted you. Sorry.
No, that's great. Yeah. And then the other thing that's like important to know is when you like first get on the app, a lot of people go through what I like to call the exploratory phase, where in a sense, like after you've decided kind of the route you want to go down, you do kind of just throw paint at the wall and you just post because number one, like I never thought that video would go viral. I mean, I never thought it was that funny. Clearly 22 other million people did, you know, so like, I think for a lot of us, we have like this perfectionistic thing where like we don't post or like, oh, especially for Instagram or anybody in the business world that has worked with a professional, you know, unless it's perfect, Christine, we're not going to share it because it has to, you know, but TikTok is the complete opposite. It's almost like the more relaxed you without your makeup on in the bathroom, you just like sharing from your heart. That is honestly what people want to see. So posting just in your car on your lunch break or just like starting to post and sharing and just throwing paint at the wall and seeing kind of what sticks is that exploratory phase that people will go through. And then once you find like a video take off or a video go viral, you replicate that type of content. And then you begin to discover your voice and your own authority on the platform.
Oh, I love that. And now something that I've noticed too is that while I'm on the app, on the TikToks, I'll get notified that someone is live.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now I'll flip through those lives and sometimes you got to be prepared because you're like, whoa, why are you just like not wearing hardly anything, little, 14-year-old girl, like, no, don't I want to call her mom up or something and go, do you know what your daughter's doing? But then there's also some kind of cool things. The other day I just flipped through and I found this guy and he's got quite a few followers and he does different TikToks, but his lives, he's in a pool. He's Aussie. He's in a pool and he's wearing some kind of weird helmet. And then he's got sunglasses on that have like digital writing that comes on.
Yeah.
But he's a DJ and he's playing all this different music. And I think his wife is in the background in the pool with a mask on, and you see like all these people talking to play, Queen, play this and that, and they're giving him like things on like tokens or something.
Yes,
it's crazy. So what about this live thing? And have you done lives yourself?
Yes,
you have.
Yes. So lives are just a great way for your audience to get to know you more personally. So kind of like similarly with Instagram or Facebook, how you can go live and it's obviously live, it's not recorded. You can kind of just go on there, and for coaches or businesses, I mean, that's a great opportunity for people to see you in your element, but also to go on there and take questions, get to know whoever's following you and build more of a personal relationship with your community. You cannot go live until I believe 10,000 followers. Although with TikTok, a lot of people, it's new and they're testing a lot of things out all the time, that it could even be different for some creators or some people. So you don't have that feature until you've gained that number of followers, but going live is a great way for you to gain followers and just build that authentic relationship with people on the app.
So, okay, so I'm not there yet. I've got about 9,995 more followers to get in order to be there. But I could, I could do TikToks that were more geared towards, what I do. When you're working with a client, somebody comes to you and says, I need to get on TikTok, or I'm on TikTok and my numbers are really low. What do? Do you sit there and analyze, like look at what they've done and then give them suggestions on things? Also, how do you shoot it? Do you teach people how to do that as well? Because I also know there's a whole skill set in that, how you're going to film yourself as well.
Oh my gosh. There's like so much I want to say from that one question. First thing I want to say, no, it's great. I love talking about this because it is so simple. And I hope people from this podcast, like hop on and realize how easy it is, but you do all your recording. I've got my phone here. You do all your recording just from your phone in the app. So like people that have had, crazy video editing software, they're like getting on TikTok and realizing you can just like record your video, edit the video, and put music and captions and all that literally within the app. And you can shoot and record in 4 minutes and edit your video and post it. So the recording part, the editing part, which maybe some people would think, oh, I can't do that. How do they do all of that? It is truly simple. My background is not in technology. So the fact that I have managed this, my people, is truly goes to show how easy it is. And if somebody comes to me, a lot of people honestly are coming to me because they don't know anything about TikTok. But I would just help them know the blueprint for how to shoot a video. And I have a little story about that. Is it okay if I share?
Of course. Yes.
So when I was I posted that video and it went viral, right? So I'm like, oh, wow, this video has gone viral and I gained some followers. But obviously I was like, well, if I'm going to keep this momentum going, I need to figure this out. So there was a season of videos in the beginning where I was generating 200, 300 views. Yep. And I'm putting in, effort and time. And I'm really wanting to make this work. And it's not. And I call my husband. And are you familiar with the Enneagram?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What's your number?
I don't know.
Okay. So you're familiar with it, but he is an Enneagram 8 for anyone that knows. He's a straight shooter. He just says it as it is. And it's not to hurt your feelings. It's because honesty brings change. That's his heart. So I'm talking to him on the phone and I'm like, yeah, I'm just really frustrated. My videos aren't performing well. I don't know. I'm sharing my heart. I feel like I'm giving good content. I don't understand. He was like, well, I'll tell you why. I was like, why? No word of a lie. He goes, Melissa, your content sucks. And he knows I've been working so hard at this. He was like, your content sucks. And I was like, it does? He's like, yeah. And what he was saying was I was really trying to perform. He said, you have such a great personality. You're just not relaxed. So you got to just show people who you actually are. So I was like, okay. So I had to walk away and kind of analyze my videos and find my voice. And I had to figure out that there is an actual way that to structure a video that helps it perform better. So the algorithm, how it works is a video goes out from the app and it gets pushed out to a pool of people. If that small group of people watch a majority of your video, then TikTok's oh, I like that. I want to keep them on the app. This is a good video. We're going to push it out to more people. And that is how a video goes viral, is it gets pushed out to more and more and more people because of the watch time. So if you go on TikTok and let's say you've got something so good, so life-changing to say, I'm talking to like coaches and business people now, not necessarily people that are going to entertain, but coaches and podcasters or whatever. And you say that at the end, after you waffle for, even 5 seconds, people are going to swipe. They're not going to stick around because it's a fast moving app. So if you can give a hook in the beginning and then give your value bomb and then a call to action, and you structure your video that way, you're going to help people to get your watch time up on your videos and your content will perform better.
Oh, you are a sage, wise woman. Yes. And it's the same, but you can apply the same towards like creating a podcast as well, because our attention span as human beings has shrunk to that of a gnat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So what I try and tell people is that, a long story type thing in the beginning, you need to catch your listeners, your viewers on YouTube, and I guess now on TikTok, you need to catch them right in the beginning. It always cracks me up because I noticed too, the ones that get a lot of times on Instagram and TikTok as well, on the reels, right? On Instagram reels, are people that when there's movement, when they're dancing or jumping around, and what I've noticed is that there was some people that were they were literally like just jumping around and dancing, but that's not them, they're like a professor in economics, and they're going like do, but that's to catch people to what to, right? Is that what it is?
It is. It really is.
Start dancing.
I'm like thinking of some of the hooks that I've used to get people to watch my video. But you know what? It works. And you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
If we're here to change lives, Christine, we're willing to go the distance.
You know what? I'll tap dance, damn it.
Yeah.
So what are now there's a really special treat for our listeners and the folks who are listening on Apple and Spotify and Amazon and all that stuff. Also, those that are watching this on YouTube, you have a very cool special gift for them. Speaking of blueprints, but before we get, because I'm teasing, you see how we're doing it? We're teasing.
Yeah, I like it.
Before we get to that, what are some examples of some of the hooks that you've done in the beginning of your videos, other than like standing up there and doing the Charleston or something?
Yeah. So if you look on my my channel, my handle is mhughes79. And the only reason why it's 79 is because when I first started, I didn't know how to change my name. And then I got so many followers that I was like, well, I don't want to change it now. And people get confused. So I was not born in 79. Okay. I'm a little bit younger than that, but if you go on my page, I talk about motherhood. So I kind of do coaching for moms that like help them find enjoyment in motherhood and that type of thing. So things that I've used is like pain points that moms might struggle with. So if you think of your target audience, you immediately address a pain point. So, and then you obviously address that. So for moms, like a big struggle that they have is their 2-year-old having a tantrum. Or their dog, barking in the background. So like a 2-year-old having a tantrum. So they might say like that a hook could be, I'm about to tell you the #1 tip on how to get your toddler to calm down and come out of a tantrum. So immediately, mom's like, oh, I want to watch this. Like, what's she going to say? But you can use like, I can give it to our guests if you're interested, Christine. I actually have 10 hooks that anybody could use to help your video perform well. Because if you do not have a good hook, your video is just not going to do well. So saying something like a simple but important tip when trying to grow your business, and then you give the value bomb, 5 things I wish I would have learned when I first built my 6-figure business. Now it's like, oh, wow, I'm talking to someone who's credible and they're about to give me, things that they wish they would have learned. And I'm a new entrepreneur and I want to know this. So giving things like that is just super, super helpful.
Oh, I love that. Yep. I love that. And you're getting them right at the beginning. And well, your market, your target audience is massive. I mean, motherhood.
Yeah.
You know, chances are half of the human population is going to eventually at some point relate to you and your content. And it can be funny, it can be stressful, it can be overwhelming, all of those things. So you've got a wide range of people that would be quite entertained and educated, edutained by your content. And also a feeling of camaraderie, a feeling of it's not just me. Oh my goodness. You know, it's not just me. I know, well, we have teenagers. And so I have not made all of my videos about being a teenage mom, or not being a teenage mom, being a mom of teenagers, because teenage mom sounds different. But there's certain things that you go through that a lot of people can relate to. And there was one, I think you've seen this, and I believe it is a TikTok, where it's a couple and they do a video about visiting their teenagers' future homes.
Oh yeah.
That's so brilliant. So
is it funny?
Oh, it's so brilliant. If I can find it, I don't even know if you can link directly to a TikTok. Can you?
You could put the link. Yeah, you if you find the TikTok, you could put the link.
So first of all, in our show notes, we're going to link to your TikTok account, because people need to find it and like, subscribe, follow. Then I'll do a link if I can to your 2 million gazillion. That one, so people can see that it's possible. And then if I can find this one with the. It's just brilliant, because they come in and they're pretending like they're coming into their kids' future homes, and they just come in, drop stuff all over, open all the cabinets, leave everything, take the last bit of toilet paper.
See, so that video is relatable. We're like, you realize, you're like, oh my word, my teenager does that exact same thing, and now I know somebody else that struggles with the exact same problem.
When I was watching it, I even told my wife, I said, look, they've opened all the drawers and the cupboards and they've just left them. I said, and the milk thing, where there's the last bit of milk and then put it back in. I was like, oh my God. So yes, and that is what was extremely funny. I shared that with everybody on my Facebook page, because I was like, this is what happens. But okay, so that's what I'm going to practice. This is a challenge to all the listeners and viewers. Let's, first of all, if you don't have a TikTok channel, build it. Create it, right? And let's do this challenge of actually doing TikToks and getting them out there. And to get started, you have something very special for our listeners and our viewers, right?
Yeah, I've got a TikTok content blueprint where, like, if you are not somebody that's good in front of the camera and you want to script your video or whatever, I give you an actual blueprint of how I structured my videos and how to help your videos go viral and perform well. And that's just free for anybody that wants to use it.
Wow. Okay. So they're going to get, we'll put a link to your website, right? And it's for people who don't want to click on anything. You can go here. It's Melissa Lee Hughes, and it's spelled differently than what you think it is. So
that's true.
Click the link in the show notes. Don't be so lazy. Melissa Lee Hughes, and you can get for absolutely free a TikTok content blueprint from this amazing woman. And then for people who say, you know what, okay, the blueprint is great, but I need someone like you, Melissa, to hold my hand through TikTok land.
I know that feeling.
You're offering them something also very valuable.
Yeah, like a free 30-minute strategy session. So if you are really wondering if this is going to be helpful for you, or you want to know, like, if your business will do well with TikTok or your message or your podcast or whatever, I'm going to give you 30 minutes where we can chat it out and strategize.
Girl, that's valuable. Together. That's valuable, because I do 30-minute coaching, like strategy calls, and I know how precious my time is. I know how precious my time is. So thank you. That is extremely generous of you. So everybody, and listen, if you're watching this or listening to this podcast and you have a business or you own a big business, first of all, you need to be on TikToks. Not just individual people are doing it. You can brand your business, expand your brand by being on TikTok, but do it smartly. Don't just have an infomercial, right? Don't just sell.
No.
Remember to educate, entertain, or edutain. And Melissa is Melissa is the girl for you. So we'll put all the links in the show notes. Please do reach out to her. And when you do make your appointment to have that call with her, say you heard about this on Out of the Box with Christine, and then she'll come back again and she'll join us back again and give us more droplets of wisdom. So yes, I'd love to have you back anytime. So Melissa, thank you so very much. We will put the website link in there. We'll put your TikTok handle as well for people to come and go and visit. And again, this is the challenge. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. Let's do it. Don't put it off. Let's create those TikTok channels and start creating those videos. And I'll tag every now and then. I'll send one to you, Melissa. And if I'm all proud of it and everything, I'll say, what grade do you give me? Just be gentle. Don't be like your husband.
I will.
Just be gentle.
I won't tell you content sucks.
Okay. All right. Thank you again so much, Melissa. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank you, wonderful listeners and viewers, for joining me again on Out of the Box with Christine. If you want more information about this podcast, if you thinking you could cut it and be a guest on the podcast, go to outoftheboxwithchristine.com. All of the information's there. All of the last few shows are there. All the goodies are there. And if you want more information about me and my coaching, go to christineblosdale.com. All those links will be in the show notes. And as I always say, remember to think outside that damn box. And TikTok, go TikTok.
Yes.
Bye for now.